I went out with few liberal men and they were poor. You know why they're usually poor and Republicans are not? Because they think about some bullshit that brings them no money. They think about immigrants' rights, this rights and this rights. I realize these people are changing the country, you can say that. But also you're a man. Bring money, bring revenue to this country. This is the best way you can change it. Bring something beneficial for everybody. They study all of this bullshit, democracy, blah blah, but then they never make the actual change. And the actual change would be make a sustainable business. You care about ecology, make this, that. You have so many options. This is America. They can only study these theories, they can only go on riots, but actually they never do anything. They don't even provide for their families. We care about women's rights so much. You pay 50-50 with a woman. You don't fucking respect her. Shut the fuck up.
So this right here is why most
Well, she's making a lot of points, and the thing is, though, it's true to a certain extent, right? Liberals, men, women, they typically care more about the issues. They care more about the emotions. They don't care about the logic. They go off of emotions. So when you see a liberal man or a far left individual male, he does not care about money. He's an artsy guy. He's talking about your emotions. He's talking about feelings. He's talking about protesting, but he's not going out there and keeping his mind on the money. That's the reason why the conservatives and Republicans are always favored by businessmen because they think alike. It's all about the money. I always say this on my live streams on the No Filter Morning Show. I say this every single time. If you want to make a change, if you want to, do something or make something better in this country in America, you have to have money. Nobody cares about your emotions. Nobody cares about your feelings. All they care about is how much money you got. If you got the right amount of money, you can make a change and you can make this country do whatever you want to do. It's true. That's right. That's the reason why these people are so upset. It's because nobody cares about their emotions. Nobody cares about their feelings because it's about money in this country. It's not about red or blue. It's about green. And I think a lot of liberals and liberal men do not like that because they want to be heard. They're like females, all about emotion, where a man is about logic and making money. And it's sad to say that. It's sad to say that a man is not being masculine or not, or he's being broke. It's because of his emotions and caring about all these things. When you are a man and you are living in this country, nobody else's opinions or nobody else's what they're going through comes before what's going on with you. You have to take care of yourself first and then your family. That's what the most important thing. You should not be caring about illegal immigrants. You should not be caring about women's rights. You should be focusing on yourself and focusing how can I get to the bag. That's the important thing. Why? Because once you get to the bag, that opens up other avenues for you to do. If you want to do, you have a nonprofit, you want to help people, cool. But at the end of the day, you still need to have money to push your nonprofit to help people. At the end of the day, it starts with money and it ends with money. It's not about feelings, not about your emotions. And the crazy thing is, women see that. Women don't want to be with a liberal man. They don't want to be a man that talks about his feelings every day and not make any money. They want to be a man that's chasing the money. They want to be with a man that's out there going out there and get it, but not fighting for people that's not going to pay him. This world and this country starts and ends with money. And what you see with these liberals, liberal men, liberal women, they care more about the issues. But you can't solve the issues by protesting. You can't solve the issues by crying on TikTok. You can't solve the issues by writing a letter to your local congressman. Only thing that will get you into the door to solve these problems is money. And it's crazy where people are trying to get away from that and say it's not all about the money, but it is. Make money and then you can make a change, especially as a man. You should not be worrying and going out here protesting and getting all of your feelings for other people. You should be looking at your bank account and you should be figuring out how can you double it, triple it, quadruple it. That is the role of a man. If a man can't do that, then what foundation does he provide to his future family? Nothing. And this is the reason why women don't talk to men like that. And if they do talk to men like that, they're punking them around. They're pushing them around. The woman's being more of the man than a man is in a relationship. And that's what we see with the liberal men.
Liberals will never fucking succeed. Imagine waking up and being like, you know what? I'm going to hustle. I'm going to work and make as much money as I possibly can. And then I want to pay as much as I can in taxes. I want to give the government everything. I don't want to buy a G-Wagon and write it off so I don't have to pay. I want people that don't work hard for their money to get my money. But if these broke liberals had a bit of money for themselves, let's see how much goodwill and how kind they are with their money. Let's see how much of their wealth they actually want to share. We're talking about folks like Nancy Pelosi. We're talking about folks like Obama. Spread it around. Let everyone have that wealth.
He's making total sense. He's making total sense. What I always say is these people, they say they got these programs, they're giving the money to these nonprofits, but these nonprofits are profiting. These nonprofits are profiting. But these liberals say, take care of everybody, do this for everybody, do this for everybody. But like you said, what has Nancy Pelosi done? What has AOC done? What has Jasmine Crockett done? What has Barack Obama done? What has Joe Biden done? What has Hillary and Bill Clinton done? What have they done other than make money, take money? But who have they given money to actually help? Have they given money from them foundations and their pockets to these illegal immigrants, to these black people, to these disenfranchised people? Absolutely not. That's why you can't believe these people when they talk about take care of other people, because if they not doing it, why should you? This is why, as a man, you should not be worrying about taking care of everybody else. You worry about yours, and that's it. What we need in 2026, we need men to be more selfish and going out there to get that money and stop worrying about these other issues that these women are worrying about. If these liberal women want to worry about that, that's on them. But your goal is to get the bag and get the money. If you're not thinking about that money, I don't think that makes you a man. I think the men, what they need to be doing, first thing on the agenda is making money. Money is the end all be all in this country. That's the only way you get respect. That's the only way you get noticed. That's the only way you get influence. You got to have the money. Nobody cares about your feelings if you're broke. No woman wants to date a man that's broke and talking about protesting and doing all this. Women the women that you want, they want a real man. They want a man that can buy them things. They want a man that can support them. That's what they want. So you can't go and live in your life and say, I'm going to be a liberal man and protesting and caring about other people when you can't care about yourself. Listen to these people, man. As a man, you got to go out there and get it and take care of yourself. You come first. You come first and you got to get that bag. That's the most important thing if you want to do anything else in your life. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, going to keep this thing rocking. Make sure you hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. Appreciate everybody's support. Tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description below. Also, what we have it Monday through Friday, 10:21 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got the No Filter Morning Show. Make sure you tune into that because I keep it real and it's definitely no filter. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out.